Hey, Brian from Garage Mahal. Today I have VEVOR's bandsaw, portable bandsaw. So if you have one in your shop, you absolutely love it like I do. And sometimes you just want to bring it out into the field. So this is what they came up with. So it's battery operated, comes with a battery and a charger. You can also buy, I believe you can buy the bare tool as well. So that gives you kind of an idea of how that works. It does have a speed control on the trigger. I'll give you some close-ups, but that's how that works. And then you can slow down the speed to really slow. But absolutely love this. I've used it a couple times already. So let's get this going. And I love how you can basically get the battery off pretty quick. The battery does have kind of a power meter on it as well. I'll give you close-ups of everything. So let's switch the camera around. I'll show you how to put the blade in, how to maintain it, how to get it nice and tight, and then we'll cut through a 4x4 and I'll show you how it works. Okay, so close-up of the battery. So I love how you have that charge meter on that. This is the charger that comes with it, very easy to use. Plug it in and then basically it'll start charging right away for you. And to get this all set, so I'll give you kind of an idea. So this is how you want to tighten and loosen the belt. So it's very easy to use that lever. And then let's flip it over to this side. And then this belt is on already, but let's take this off, the cover off. So it's basically just these two screws right here. You got one on that side. Then you got one on this side. So, and then what you do is you kind of want to just kind of slide that cover off nice and easy. So, there we go. And then, so you can see the blade and how tight that is on there. So let's loosen that up. All the way. And now you can see how you got some movement back and forth. Now you put some gloves on because this blade is very sharp. Even though I've used it more than a couple times already. So basically, if you have a new blade on here and you want to get the old one off, basically kind of like flip it up like that. And then that will loosen it up. And then you kind of want to just kind of like work it through this little bearing down here. Get yourself some slack. And then that belt comes out pretty easy. So to install, and that's the size. So you basically kind of want to, same thing, you want to get it set up on the bearings first. And you kind of just work it in nice and slow and controlled. So that side is situated. And then again, we'll just kind of roll it back and forth to kind of get it to fit into the wheel. And then you are wanting to basically kind of work it around. And then you can manually turn that wheel and then you're nice and set up. We put the covers back on. Slide that into place. Slide this cover into place. Then put the two screws back in. And then this is kind of like your guard. So it's going to basically show you how to go up and down. So when you're putting your material, the face of that will sit there. And it's very easy with a 4mm wrench, hex wrench, to basically loosen it up. And you can move that into however position you want. So I want a little bit of a deeper face on that. So I'll keep it in position like that. Then let me just tighten this down. And you'll see on the close-up when I start making a cut how valuable this is, because the motion of this blade is going to move this way. So you want your material basically up against a fence, because if you leave it up towards here, it will torque down on you. So you want to make sure that you are completely safe on that. And then this is how you want to tighten that blade up. See, loose, you got a lot of movement in that. And then when you tighten the handle down, it becomes nice and rigid. Let me get that a little bit tighter. Okay, so now you have very little movement. And then we'll put our battery in. And we'll flip it around. And again, and you can have a couple rotations so it seats itself. So I don't know if you saw that move. And then we'll tighten it one more time. And then again, nice and tight and no movement. So that's what you're looking for. Okay, let's make a couple cuts. Okay, so I have this locked into place, and depending on the depth of your cut, how far you're making it, you can go a variety of different places. So I'm going to start off here, make a little bit of a thinner cut with this, start it. So nice clean cut on that. And that was on its lowest speed setting. So let me move it to 6. So again, that is where that is, in case you're looking for it. So let's put it on 6. And we'll get that kind of straight. And let's go. So fantastic job that does on cutting. Okay, so we have a piece of exhaust pipe here. So let's cut through that. So nice and clean, nice clean cut on that. But anyway, Brian from Garage Mahal, thanks for watching, and enjoy your VEVOR cordless bandsaw.